something a little bit different today. I was recently asked to participate in a pay-per-view event called Not the White House Correspondents Dinner, sort of a celebration of independent media, and I agreed. And I was asked to submit a 5-minute video that was a legal analysis video, but a little bit on the lighter side. Now, I warn you, I am no comedian. I'm a rule of law guy, but I gave it a shot. And here is my 5-minute video. It is part of a larger pay-per-view event. And if you're interested, I will put a link to the pay-per-view in the description of this video. But be gentle, friends, because I am no comedian. But here is my 5-minute clip from Not the White House Correspondents Dinner. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. Okay friends, full disclosure right up front, I am not a comedian. I'm a rule of law guy. So when I saw that my friend John Fugelsang had messaged me and asked me to participate in this great event, my immediate thought was, okay, I've been mistakenly included on a Signal chat. But John assured me, no, it wasn't a mistake, so I'm thrilled to be here with you all. Now, as a former career prosecutor in Washington, D.C., organized crime was a big part of my work, and not just what goes on in Congress. What I see going on in D.C. today, it's clear that crime is on the rise in the Oval Office. When he's not on the golf course, he's sitting in the Oval Office signing unconstitutional executive order one after another. In fact, his executive orders are so obviously unconstitutional that federal judges from coast to coast are telling him so. Donald Trump is running the executive branch of our federal government like a mob outfit. Yeah, he's like, hey, it's a nice little law firm you got there. It's a nice little university you got there. Be a shame if something happened to it. And like any good mob boss, Donald Trump has his underboss, J.D. Vance. But it's really hard for J.D. Vance to come off as tough when he always looks like he's auditioning for a Maybelline commercial. But Vance sure played his underboss role in the Oval Office with President Zelensky, didn't he? Hey, President Z, you haven't paid the Don the proper respect. You haven't thanked Mr. Trump even one time. And like any good crime boss, Donald Trump has his consigliere, Pam Bondi. And what was one of her first acts as Trump's Attorney General? I hereby decree no more paper straws at the Department of Justice. Yeah, I guess it's kind of funny how Vance and Bondi sound a lot alike. And Bondi, she's got her capos serving under her. She's got Todd Blanche and Emile Beauvais. Can you believe this guy Beauvais walked into federal court in New York and told that judge, hey, look, judge, we're not saying Mayor Adams didn't commit all kinds of public corruption crimes. No, we're trying to dismiss his case because, he needs to do a favor for Mr. Trump. And Donald Trump also has his enforcer, Kash Patel. And of course, like all good FBI directors, Kash wants to spend much of his time living in Las Vegas. But not to worry, Kash will make sure the FBI is hard at work in Vegas. He's already put forward an initiative to have showgirls serve subpoenas. He's also proposed creating a task force to attack the scourge of watered-down drinks at the casinos. I say, watered-down drinks at the casinos. Is this thing on? Oh, buddy, that would have killed in the Poconos. Okay, now that we've established I'm no comedian, can I get serious for just a minute? We are very close to Donald Trump trying to end our constitutional construct of government. That will come when Trump begins outright defiance of Supreme Court rulings and orders. You know, Senator Lisa Murkowski recently said, "We are all afraid." I don't discard that, I don't demean it, and I certainly don't mock it. But there was another time in our nation's history when people had to fight to save the republic. They needed to keep the Union intact, and that involved men with muskets walking into fields, putting life and limb on the line, sometimes fighting brother on brother. They were scared, but they overcame their fear and they saved the Union. All the Republicans have to do is cross the aisle to save democracy. Cross the aisle to save democracy. So friends, let me end with a riddle. Why did the chicken cross the aisle? To save democracy. We can do this. Good night, friends.